YouTube, what's up? Atomic Dom's Sobro Garage is rolling hard today. We are about to enter the beautiful state of Ohio because we found a deal on Facebook Marketplace, believe it or not. We found a deal on GT40P heads and an intake, upper and lower. So, which I don't really need the upper and lower intake, I'll just resell. But I couldn't pass this deal up. These heads are gonna roll. They're back there. Can't really see them, all my stuff in the truck, but I picked up a set of GT40P heads and intake for my 5-liter, so it's going to be a really great weekend to tear the stuff down and clean it up, get it ready for the machine shop, and then when I get that back with the block and the pistons and the crank, I can start putting it all together. So it's going to be a pretty exciting time. All right, here's more progress. So as I begin to tear these down, my budget build, and I say budget in all caps, has become very real. So as I'm getting ready to take the valves out of this head and clean them up, I noticed that my spring compressor is not meeting this little inner portion of the spring. I think it has to catch that in order to release these keepers here on the inside. So I may need to put that in the vise or something and bang that down a bit. It looks like it's just missing. So more updates as we get these valves out. We'll take a look at them and see how bad they are. Welcome back, Atomic Dom's Sobro Garage. Got a little grid work here for you with some valves, valve springs, and keepers and retainers and all things cardboard and circles. So here we are. All right, I got all my valves in order as they came out of the head. I kept my keepers. That's a little weird. Put the keepers together with the valve that they came off of. Just, I don't know if those have to be together. I'll do some research on those, and maybe it doesn't matter. But anyhow, also I'm getting a new cam, so factory springs aren't going to really work for me. But if you are keeping the same stock cam and stock springs, and just kind of going through and giving yourself the freshen up valve job, maybe you want to keep all your stuff together like this on a little grid. Just a cardboard box, circles, no big deal. Not a big feat of engineering over here. All right, so over here I have the one I'm working on the other side of the heads over here. So this would be number 1 through number 4. All right, so from what I've learned, I guess the heads will go either way on either side of the motor. Regardless, the spark plugs will point to the back, because I couldn't really tell. I was worried about getting confused. I mean, I have a way of tracking what valves came out of what cylinder, but when you think about it, and it's got 4 bars on either side of the head, so, and I always thought that the 4 bars went to the back only. Well, that's incorrect because they're on both sides. So find yourself a way to document or draw or make a mark somehow through all your cleaning that you know which side of the head is the same one that was resident to your valves. So just saying that, just in case it was a tip and I ran into it and kind of panicked a little bit, but just kind of went through, watched the video that I had recorded earlier and saw how I exactly took them out. So that was kind of saved by the bell. But anyway, that's what I got for now. So we'll go back over here and we will take a look at, oh wait, one more thing. Getting your valves or your springs out. I like this little tool right here. Fairly reasonably priced. I got mine at Advanced Auto Parts. I think you can get it, I think it's made by Pittsburgh or somebody. It's made by the same company, because you find the exact same one at Harbor Freight. But relatively cheap. Easy to maneuver and work with, you know, as opposed to that giant C-clamp cumbersome thing that just seems to be getting in the way. I have no room or time for that kind of hassle, so I went with this. But you just clamp this on, pretty simple. You kind of clamp this on once you get it locked into your spring, because you got one arm that's longer than the other, obviously, right? So that clamps on, and then this little section here goes right on either side of the valve, which is that little piece right there. Okay, so that's the end of the valve, and this goes over here on the retainer, the retaining cap. And then as you screw it down with this top lever up here, it starts to compress the spring, which is good. And I just gave it a little pop with my hand on top. You know, I just hit it, and that was enough to get the retainer to break loose from where the keepers are. And then the keepers, I just pulled them out with this little magnetic tool. So I see guys poking around in there with tweezers and, I don't know, screwdrivers and stuff, and that just doesn't seem like a good idea to me. So I'm told that the easiest way to put these on and take them off is with a magnet and some assembly lube, like for a transmission, which is really thick, where you can just kind of click it into place and then put them together, and then reverse order of how you take the springs off. So, all right, we'll go look at the other head. All right, so that whole bank of valves and springs and keepers that you saw back there belong to this guy. So anyway, I've taken my time here to let me get some light on this puppy. All right, taking my time here, just kind of scrub it up and clean it up. And I think what I'm going to do, instead of painting the motor and the block, I think I'm just going to get a high temp clear. It's going to be a shop truck anyway, and there's just something cool about all of that. Just that sort of natural looking raw metal. So I'm going to capture it. Once I get it down to a section that I like I probably cleaned that up a little bit too much in that area right there. So yeah, anyhow, still a work in progress on that. And then the other side, I could flip that over. Probably can't do that with one hand, but without it falling off the table. But anyhow, that's where we are. Latest update in the Atomic Dom's Sogo Garage. So thanks for checking it out, and like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll keep you updated as I move along. Anyway, peace, baby.